Welcome to Fresh Fishing,
and welcome back to another instalment of Pimp My Bivvy in Depth.
Yes.
What have we got on the menu
today we didn't think that we would be talking about this, but we are now. We obviously bought a baiting pole recently.
Yeah.
Used it once.
Yeah, and the reason obviously we did buy it is because we couldn't find the bait boat that we wanted.
And it came back in stock.
Typical, isn't it?
Came back in stock.
You spend a few quid on a baiting pole, and then a few weeks later, a month later, you can get the boat you wanted.
Yeah, well, obviously we were coming to Wainstones, and Mark Pitchers basically said, look, a bait boat's not essential, but he says it's a lot better if you've got one because the fish spook easily. So when we saw it come back in stock, we thought, we've got to get it. We've got to get it. So we are at Wainstones now. We've been using it. We've been here for 3 nights. This is the 4th day we've used it. We've used it continuously, and it is solid.
It's immense. It really is money well spent.
Such a good bit of gear.
Proper good investment, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, 3 days is hardly obviously long, but obviously we have been using it every single day, continuously.
We were working out, weren't we? We've been doing the rigs together, so that's 4 rods, and we've been putting them out at least probably like 3 times a day.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. We reckon we probably used it for maybe like an hour and a half continuously.
Yeah, and the battery's saying that's 100% still.
There's 2 different batteries you can get. We went for the more expensive one, which is the 10AH battery. And then we did buy a 5AH battery, spare battery with it, because we just didn't know how long it'd last. But this 10AH battery has lasted.
It's done really good, isn't it?
Good while. Like,
really good. I mean, in terms of, I was just kind of looking at the boat, in terms of size, it's a nice kind of compact size as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's a size that's kind of good enough, isn't it?
Yeah, spot on for what you
obviously
need.
we're fishing with one of our mates, and today his boat is absolutely massive.
Yeah.
You kind of look at it, and it is actually like a real boat walking,
Yeah,
or floating across the top of the water.
You could sit on it.
But yeah, this is nice. It does the job perfect, and this is the remote control for it.
Yeah,
as you can see there.
So there is loads of different reviews on YouTube already about this Activate boat, but we just thought we wanted to do it mainly just to you know, kind of go over it with our subscribers. And also there is one tiny little change, which if you buy the boat from March onwards, they've changed the way that the battery's fitted. I think it used to have like a cable coming off of it going into the battery, but now you've got a fitment directly on the battery. So literally all you need to do, if you can see this, open this bit up here, you take the battery out, and there is where the fitment now is on the battery, and it's these bits that just connect up to it.
Yeah.
And then that just slots back in, and there's a little slot for it to go into. Turn it on, you get the little lights there which say how much power it's got, and as you can see it's still saying 100%. So yeah, it's spot on.
So you also need to obviously turn on the remote. Just hold the standby button down. You get 3 little beeps, that turns it on. And so you've got a few little different sort of buttons. I don't know whether you can see that there. A few little different buttons on the remote control. First of all, you've got the it's kind of almost like a joystick.
Yeah.
You know, to go forward, back, right, left. If you hold it forward for, is it 5 seconds? It automatically continues to go forward.
You'll get a beep and then it'll just keep going.
Then you can just go left and right. On there as well, there's 2 different speeds. So you've got
that's your middle button of the 3.
Yep, the middle button of the 3 at the top is obviously to change the speed, as we just said. 2 settings, and then you've got the top button on the left. 1 click.
That's your middle hopper.
Opens the middle hopper. 1 click on the right top button opens the back hopper.
The light button's pretty good as well. Like we'll put some video up of it, like we were playing about with it in the dark, and the little light on it's spot on, isn't it?
It's really bright.
I'm so happy with it. The hoppers themselves, I think you can get 1 kilo of bait in the middle hopper, and then probably just about 1 kilo or maybe just under in the back hopper as well. So you can get a fair bit of bait out with it. And we literally haven't had a problem using it.
It's not that noisy either, is it?
No, it's all right. When you turn it onto the slower setting, when it's on the fast setting, it makes quite a bit of like waves. But when you turn it onto the slower setting, it's fine. Obviously with it being like a one-handed remote as well. We've been together when we've been doing it, so one of us has been holding the rod, one's been steering the boat. But if you're just doing it by yourself, you can literally just hold the remote in one hand, your rod in the other, keep your finger on the line so you're making sure it's quite tight, and then when you're going to release it, you can just hold your rod up, make sure you've got hold of the line, and then you can feel it when
so you can easily do the 2 actions at the same time.
Yeah. So it's nice and easy.
You don't need 2 hands to hold the remote, do you?
No. And then in terms of just like loading your rig into
scare you.
loading your rig into the middle one, you're just going to pass it up through here, and then underneath there's this little door,
a trap door
that shuts.
So all in all, I mean, on the market for
we
just
paid
over 200 quid.
Yeah, we paid 245, but that's because we got the bigger battery, which I think was like 210, maybe 215, and then we put the other battery in the basket, so that took us to 245. But you can get the smaller one for I think 200 on the like 199, I think it is. And for that money and that battery would have been fine for us.
Spot on.
We just didn't know. So yeah, it's absolute quality.
If you do want to invest in a bait boat, I'd seriously recommend this one. For the money, the value for money is just ridiculous.
I just can't see why you would need anything else.
Why would you want to pay like 900, £1,000 for a bait boat?
I just don't get it. Like, that does everything you need it to, and it's very compact and does it really well. So I just don't know what other reason you would need to fork out for, you know, a really good boat.
I mean, I suppose on others you can get obviously the fish finders. And
you can get that on this.
All that sort of stuff.
You can pay extra for that on this.
For it.
Yeah. You can get the GPS and stuff if you want.
But that's cheating, isn't it?
I think it is. Nah. So yeah, all in all, cracking boat. Obviously, we haven't used any others, so we can't really say much about.
Well, we've used John's, haven't we?
Yeah, and we used one with Steve as well, the Wave Runner.
That's almost similar to that. Yeah. Isn't it?
Yeah. But for the money, I mean, you can't go wrong. Obviously, we've only had it this session so far, so we'll have to see how it goes on over a long period of time, and whether the battery keeps its life and stuff. But first impressions are absolutely spot on. Like, for the money, it's one of the best fishing gadgets I think we've bought, and I think we agree on that.
100%. Yeah.
So yeah, if you're in the market for a bait boat, check out the Actor bait boat from Boatman. It is the nuts. Yeah, so obviously if you like the video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you don't already, hit that subscribe button and hit the alarm bell so you get notifications, and we'll see you in the next one.
Cheers.